Hi, and welcome to Craft Along with Jay. My name is Yara, and I'm so happy you could join me today. Today, we'll make some home decor pieces using Dollar Tree material, and we're going to make it look all chic. Project number one, I got these little, I think they're little dessert bowls, and then stemless glass, plastic glass. It's all plastic, and I'm going to give it all a coat of white chalk paint. Give it several coat, actually, to get it nice coverage. And then I'm going to use some Fix-All super glue and I'm going to attach them like that. I was trying to figure out where to attach the glue so it'll, because it kind of fits on top down, so I had to put it on this edge right here so that way it will adhere for this one, if that makes sense. I wanted to make sure the glue wasn't going to be on the inside and it wouldn't attach the top part. So I'm going to let that sit for a while, and then I'm going to use these little gold rocks. It came in um, this little net thingies, and I just pulled the gold ones out. And I'm going to attach them around, um, like the edge around the top part where I connected them, just to give it a little chic look. And I'm going to just hot glue them on there, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other one as well. I want to welcome you all to my channel. I am so thrilled that you clicked on my video, and I really hope that you stick to the end with me to see everything finished, how it all came together. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you like what you see and that you would hit that subscribe button. I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, and here I got the last one done. Just trying to make it fit. Yep, like so. And then I got this little, it's almost like gravel, little tiny rocks. I've had them for so long, I have no idea where they came from. But I'm going to use them. I'm going to um, add it to the top part, and then I'm going to add a succulent in there, like so. And that's it. Very simple, very chic looking. Let me know what you think. Okay, project number two. We are going to use this plank from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use whatever I have left of this wallpaper peel and stick. And I got these, I'm not sure what they're called, but they're very pretty. And I picked out three of them, and it's all from the Dollar Tree. And now we're going to put it all together. The first thing I do is taking the hanger off. And I just untie it because I'm going to reattach it later. I just take the tag off and throw it in the trash. And then I'll line up my wallpaper. And I'm just going to press it down on the edge so I know where to cut. And I'll just cut along that line just using my scissors. And I'm just going to cut to the part where there's a piece missing because the width of it would have gone down. That would be a part missing. So we're just going to use two pieces. And then I'm just going to peel off the back part of it. Yep, like so. And then just press it down, just lining up with the edges. And then just press it down. And then I just cut another piece and I'm going to add that to the bottom part. And I'll press that down as well. And then I'm just using my X-Acto knife just to cut off the excess. There's a little bit on the bottom part that we added. So we're going to go ahead and just cut that off. And that's it. And then what am I doing? Oh, okay. I'm going to take these little decorative flowers. I'm going to cut the tags off, and then I'm going to pull the bead strands off as well, and the tassel. We don't need it for this project. And you could just pull it off. And then I'll do the same thing for the other two. Yeah, just pull it. And then I'm just going to line them on my wood plank. Just kind of see space-wise what I have to deal with. And then I flip the wood plank over and I'm going to measure an inch, I believe, from the top down and from the bottom up. And I'm just making a little line with my pencil. Then I'm going to take some jute twine and I'm going to wrap that around 3 times, and I'm going to do it that one inch up here at the bottom. And I'm going to give it a dab of glue every time I get to the back side. And I just made the marks of 1 inch so it's straight. It would be me to have it all lopsided and stuff, so I make the little lines so I can have it straight looking. There we go, and just some glue on the back side. And then I just wrap it around. And what I do on this side, I'll do the same thing to the top. Just 3 times. And then I'll just cut off the jute twine when I'm done. I think one more time. And there we go. Just one dot, and then we'll cut it off. Yep. I had to go back and check. It was 3 times, right? And it was. And then we'll do the same thing to the top. And I'll speed this up a little bit. And I'd still give it a dot of glue on the back side. There we go. And then I just attach that hanger that we had took off in the beginning. And I'm gonna attach that again. I'm just doing a little dab of glue at the edges just to help it stick so it won't unravel when you try to put it through that little hole. And then I just tie it together in the back and then pull it up. And here I'm just measuring the middle so I know where to place my little square. And then I do the flower on the bottom and the flower on top. Then when I have figured out the measurements, I'm going to start hot gluing them down. And I start with the middle. And then press it down when I have it where I want it. And then I made little lines. I kind of measured out the distance in between. And then I just used my pencil, made a little line so I know where to attach them once I pick it up and attach the glue. Yep, and that's what I do right here. Just very little. You won't even notice. Being very anal about it. Here we go. Now we're going to add some hot glue. And then we'll do the same thing at the bottom. Trying to add another glue stick in there. All right. And that's really all there is for this one. Except for I got to clean up my little glue mess now. I dropped it a little bit. The hot glue kind of went on the outside. So hope it, thankfully it didn't pull up the peel and stick. Came off just fine. No issues. So yeah, went from plain to kind of very chic looking. Let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, project number 3. I got this mirror from the Dollar Tree, $1.29, 25, 29, good Lord. And I'm going to use Sky Blue by Folk Art. And I'm going to take a look at the back because I thought maybe that was a way I could take the mirror out, which would be very helpful to paint, but it didn't. So I covered it all up with some painter's tape. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole thing. And I think altogether I gave it 3 coats. And you got to allow the paint to dry in between. 3 coats to cover it up. But it turned out so pretty. I really like this one. I love this sky blue color. And we just get into all the little nooks and crannies. Cover up all the gold and the black. And around the middle part as well. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take some plaster and I'm just going to dry brush over it just to kind of highlight the design of the frame, which I think is so gorgeous. Let me know, do you like the change of color and the dry brushing? I think it gave it a whole new fresh look, very chic looking. I love it. And I just keep on brushing until I'm happy with how it looks. There we go, project number 4. I got this little vase from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. And I had a hard time getting that little sticker off at the bottom, so I'm going to use my heat gun to kind of help loosen up the glue so I can peel it off. Try not to do it too much because the glass gets really hot. But here you see it comes off so much easier. And I'm going to take plaster by Waverly again, and I'm going to just paint it on the first coat. And I'm just using this sponge brush, and it makes streaks, but it's okay because it's not going to be the top coat. This is just the initial coat. I'm doing about 3 coats to cover this one completely. So, and you got to let it dry in between. So this is just a quick coating using it this way. When I go in with the other 2 coats, I'm using a little makeup sponge and I'm dabbing it on to give it nice coverage, and there will be no streaks, brush streaks left on there. And it turns out really well. And that's what it looks like when it's all done with its three coats of paint. Then I'm going to take some jute twine and I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm gonna hot glue all the way around the edge on the bottom to start. And then as I'm wrapping it, it's just every now and then I'll add a dot of glue just to help keep it in place. And don't worry, I will end up painting the bottom. I was just undecided if I should paint it or if I should use jute twine to cover the bottom. But I ended up painting it. I wanted to make sure it had a flat bottom without any wiggling around, so I just painted it. Okay, and I just keep going around, and I'm just cutting off some of the little extra fuzz that kind of shows up every now and then. And here you can see I'm just doing a dot of glue every now and then. You don't have to do it. It's just to get started so it won't fall off the edge. And then I'll keep it in place from there. I have it sped up because if you're going to watch me do this, it'll take all day. It's a process, but I love the results. It turned out really pretty. And I just keep going until I'm happy. I kind of stop sometimes and take a look and see if I need more or not. And here I just stopped at the bottom right here. And I'm just trimming some of the fuzz off. And then I do the same thing to the top part. And I'm looking for where I started at the bottom, because anywhere I start and stop, I want it to be on the back side of the vase. Even though you can't really tell, um, it's just my preference, really. That's all it is. But here I do the same thing, hot glue all the way around to help keep it in place, and then I'll start um, just wrapping it around and do the occasional dot of glue. So, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love it. And here I was still, the shape of the top of the neck of the vase here was a little difficult, so I had to give it a bit more glue to hold it in place. And then once I got to a more leveled part of the neck, it was easier just to wrap it. Yeah, I burned my finger. It happens a lot. All right. Should be a point here soon where I just start wrapping it really quick. Yep, there we go. And then the occasional dot of glue. And then you just keep going till, you're happy with the look. And then I took another long piece of twine and I'm tying it around the front part. I just lined it up with the bottom edge of the top part of the twine that we just wrapped around the neck, if that makes sense. And I'm just doing a double knot. And then I'm adding these beads. These are the beads we took off from the second project with the little flower things that was on the wood plank. We're just going to use it for this project. So I'm doing a brown bead, a white bead, a brown bead, a white bead, and a brown bead. So it'll end up being 3 brown beads and then 2 white beads. And I do that on each string. And then I just tie a double knot to hold the beads in place. And do the same thing to the other side. And that's what it looks like. Isn't that so pretty? And here's what I'm just deciding I want to paint the bottom, and I'm just dabbing some white plaster, the color plaster on the bottom. I do it a couple of coats, just to the point that it's nice and covered at the bottom. A nice finished look. And that's what it looks like from the bottom. And here's the finished view of all of them. I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm so appreciative that you made it to the end with me. Let me know what you think about these projects. It was so much fun to do. This is all Dollar Tree. We can turn cheap Dollar Tree stuff into something very chic looking. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I would really appreciate it. Until next time.